Spit it out.
Hey, welcome back to On the Verge. We're so excited to have you with us. Today we've got an awesome day planned, starting with a brand new game.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Foster is the first to play. Are you ready to play this, Foster?
So far, if I'm just honest with you, Scott,
Yeah.
I'm kind of down.
You're kind of down?
Because this whole time, over this past series we've done, I've cried right now.
I can't tell if you're getting emotional.
I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I've had to eat a bunch of lemons.
I'm taking a rank.
And now I'm the first to do the box. And who knows, like, at this point, it's like, is Sam out to get me is the real question. Hashtag, is Sam out to get me?
See, this is the thing. Sam's already in your mind. And that's
she's
not where you want to be in this game. Because this is what's going to happen. So we've got a few different things that are going to go in the box. You are going to have the opportunity to stick both hands into the box.
Have the opportunity. I like how you phrase that.
Yes, it's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
You can feel... and that's it. You cannot look.
One sensory.
You cannot pull your hands out and smell or look at it. You are going to try to figure out what you are touching.
What I am touching.
Yes, it could be inanimate. It could be a living thing. It could be a food. It could be anything.
Okay.
So we've got 3 of these, and we're going to try to see how many of them you can get pretty quickly. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. So your first one in there, I'm gonna take a moment just to show the camera what we got going on here, and you can go ahead and stick your hands.
Stick my hands right in there.
Careful with it because it's easily spooked.
It's easily spooked.
Yeah.
Is it vegan food?
Yeah. Tell us what you're feeling. What you got there?
What
are your thoughts?
Is it like moon sand?
Moon sand. Interesting.
Is it like...
You're like... close.
It's like some kind of Play-Doh?
Yes. Closer.
Like silly putty?
No.
No?
I'm not going to lie. You're way off.
I'm way off?
You're so far off.
It's like it tears.
It does tear, yeah.
Is it a protein?
It's not I don't think it has any protein in it.
But of course, vegan food then.
It is edible like protein.
It's edible. That's all foods. Is it? It's cold. It's like icy. It's like ice texture.
It is. There is some ice on it. Yeah.
Some ice on it. Is it moldy?
It is not moldy. It is frozen stuff.
It's frozen stuff. I have no idea.
I don't even know if you like this. I don't know what kind of foods you eat.
I have a pretty eclectic palate.
You got a pretty eclectic palate. This would be a kind of food that some people don't like.
Okay. What? So Brussels sprouts?
Man.
Is it a vegetable?
It's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable. Is it? I feel like I'm just mutilating it at this point. Get a close up of my hands. Now Brussels sprouts.
You're real close with Brussels
celery. No, going the opposite way. So what else? What's grosser than a Brussels sprout?
Yeah, it's got it looks like
broccoli?
Yeah! It's a broccoli. Well done. Pull your hands out. Let's see. We got some broccoli here. You have totally destroyed it, and they are no longer frozen. Your fingers are hot. Your fingies are hot.
Okay.
All right. That was. How do you feel about that? That was.
Well,
took a little bit.
Well, semi-humiliated, but victorious.
Hey, but you got it. You got it. So we're gonna do another one. So I'm gonna ask you to turn around. Yeah, the other way. Look at Dennis. Make eye contact with Dennis.
Oh, there he is.
And I'm just gonna show. Here. We're gonna go in. Okay.
Shout out to Century, by the way. Wearing the shirt. Century Worship. Check out the new song, Shelter.
Foster, whenever you're ready, put your hands in there.
There's nothing in here.
There is.
Oh, it's sticky on the bottom.
It is sticky on the bottom.
So it's like a middle school bathroom.
Do you often touch the floor of middle school bathroom?
No, you walk. It's like...
Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I remember when I was in college, I rushed out of fraternity, and I had to go to the bathroom once, and literally my right foot got stuck on the floor in there because it was so sticky in the bathroom. It was
like
so
Cinderella,
gross.
Foster.
I'm like Cinderella. I didn't even leave my shoe behind.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Is it caramel?
Close.
Peanut butter.
No.
Old mayonnaise.
Not old mayonnaise.
Is it? It has some type of sugary.
You're real close with caramel. You're real close with caramel.
Caramel?
Yeah.
Do you put it on a cake?
Not necessarily. Somebody probably does, but you would put it in a drink.
In a drink? Syrup?
It's not syrup. It's very close to syrup. You wouldn't put this on.
Never do charades, Scott.
You would also put this on toast.
Butter.
Not butter.
Cinnamon.
What kind of butter's sticky?
Cinnamon. Jelly.
Chili, no.
Jelly, not chili.
Jelly, no, it is not jelly.
Not jelly?
No.
Cream fraiche.
This is your favorite. This is your favorite. Maybe childhood stuffed animal's favorite food.
I was homeschooled. I was supposed to have these weird analogies. You weren't.
Tigger and Piglet and
honey.
Yeah,
honey.
I got Winnie the Pooh's favorite food.
Okay, this is disgusting.
Yeah, I got some honey in there. That's good. All right, you keep your hands over there. You look a little sticky.
Yep.
So we got one last thing here.
Okay, I'll try to be in the speed round.
Make eye contact with Dennis.
All right, Dennis.
Yep. So we've got.
Look into my eyes.
This is interesting. Maybe we can flash up what that is. All right. Here we go, Foster.
Okay, speed round.
Yeah, get on in there.
Oh,
it's different.
Is it food?
No.
You can't eat it?
I think it'd be real hard to eat.
Is it fabric?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a headband?
Oh, it's south of.
Is it spandex?
Oh, you're real.
Is
close.
it like pantyhose?
Yeah! Wow, you crushed it,
Hey!
Foster. Well done.
It's kind of disturbing how quickly I could guess pantyhose.
you didn't get broccoli, but you crushed pantyhose. Man, real
Oh
familiar.
man, I
real
can't
familiar
handle
with the
spicy
pantyhose.
food. I can
Foster,
guess pantyhose.
that was really good. I'm really proud of you. That was
Thank
fantastic
you.
round. Oh no, we're not the honey hands. All
right.
Well, thanks for being with us in What's in the Box. We're moving on. Hey, we are back in the Word, continuing in James. We're really looking forward to this one. Into James chapter 3. So if you're following along at home, James chapter 3, we're going to be in verses 1 through 12. So guys, we just finished up James chapter 2, talking about faith and works. Faith that saves and some kind of faith that doesn't save. And so Bill, we're coming into a really specific area of James here. How does it connect with faith and works that we were just talking about?
Well, it's really, faith and works. We talk about taming the tongue in this passage, and the tongue can be very destructive, as we'll see in a few minutes. But, that's the works that we're talking about. How do we have godly speech compared to ungodly speech? So
yeah. So this, coming out of it, the way that we use our tongue can really represent what's going on in our heart, right, Sam?
Absolutely. And the tongue can do a lot of damage too. Just a few words that come out of your mouth, they can make or break relationships. They can ruin your reputation. It can, take away your, privileges at home if you're talking to your parents in a way that's not God honoring. It can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And James talks about how fire has a similar thing where it starts as just a spark, but then we look at the fires in Australia where that started so small and grew so big so quick, and the tongue has a similar power. Absolutely.
Isn't it crazy how a good day can be ruined by literally a single phrase?
Yeah. Well, as Sam mentioned, fire. We all live close to Chicago in the 1870s or something. A cow supposedly kicks over a lantern and burns down a whole city.
Yeah.
Everybody was probably having a pretty good day that day.
Yeah.
Until the whole city burns down. And that's the same way, we can be going along and just simply get angry about something and shoot something out of our mouth, and it starts a whole catastrophic, really, relationship, destroying that. And really, people start to look at us differently when we speak hurtful words and throw people under the bus and stuff like that. So we have to watch it.
And it's dangerous to not consider the power of your speech.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a lot of us understand, I know myself included, sometimes I don't understand what kind of power and ability that I have just in the words that I say. So what are just some things that the tongue is capable of? What are we capable of doing here practically with our speech, good and bad?
Well, I think one of the things that, in reference to the three of us up here, if one of you offended me in some way, and I go home or I go to one of my friends and I say, you know, Sam or Scott did this, and I say that, well, then they say something else, and as we know with Chinese telephone, suddenly what actually happened didn't happen, and people are looking at you in a negative way because I had a poor attitude and said just a few things.
Yeah. And we see this on social media a lot too, because I think a lot of people feel even more powerful when they're typing on their screen instead of saying it face to face. Where what you're taking in, like, you can read someone's caption and it could be totally uplifting and really encouraging, and that can direct your day into going one way, or you read something and it's super negative, or your comments are really negative and super hateful, and that can just go a totally different way. But I feel like we have a whole new idea of power when it comes to social media.
And I love that point, Sam, the idea that we have the choice here almost to take this one of two ways. And we see here in James 3, verse 10 says, "From the same mouth come blessing and cursing. My brothers, these things ought not to be so." I think so often, how crazy is it that one moment we can be doing well, we can be encouraging people, and then in the next moment we can be tearing people down.
Yeah.
So what does this look like in the situation we've got right now? COVID-19, we're struggling through all of this. What does it look like to be able to use our words positively?
Yeah. Well, the tongue reflects the heart. And so if inside you're fearful, or maybe you're disagreeing with all of the rules that are being put into place now, where, we can't hang out in groups of 250 or more, and now 10 or more words, we're having all these restrictions put on us. And if you're speaking negatively about the authority, like the government, or maybe your parents are not letting you hang out with friends, and all of a sudden you're just talking so negatively about your parents, that's reflecting your heart at the end of the day, and it kind of goes into the works part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you even go with your siblings. How are you talking to your siblings? If you're staying in the house, hanging out with them, tension's going to be there, but what is your speech? How are you talking to them? Because, as Sam, you said, that's a reflection of where your heart is at.
Yeah.
I love that. And I think that's something we can really rest on here. Our words are a reflection of what's in our heart. And if what's coming out of our mouth is nasty, then what's in our heart is nasty as well. So what do we do with that? What if we find I'm not using my words well, it's just something that I can't seem to get a grasp on, I'm speaking down to my parents or my siblings. What do we do? Where do we go from there?
Well, I think we got to really go to the Word and really look at the severity of this passage. One of the things it says, it sets on course the fire of our entire life. And we think just the little words we say aren't going to be that big. But it actually starts to control our entire life. If we want to speak negatively about people and gossip and slander and everything else, it's going to be the way we live our whole life.
Yeah.
And also just asking the Lord to give you the ability to be slow to speak, which is something I have to do often. This is something I struggle with, especially when it comes to my siblings at times, where I would have to ask the Lord to help me to be slow to speak in those moments where we're spending an extended period of time with them, especially now, just before you go downstairs to be with your family in the morning, just ask the Lord to help you to be slow to speak.
And God's going to honor that prayer.
Yes,
He's not going to leave that prayer unanswered. But this is great, guys. Our tongue, such a huge topic, such a big topic, especially right now. We're so glad that you have been with us in the Word. We will see you in our next challenge.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us for our challenge. So the challenge of today is how many Oreos can you fit in your mouth? So each of us have 10 Oreos here. We're being a bit ambitious with this. And we're just going to see who can put the most in their mouth. And just go from there.
It's a very simple challenge that anyone can do at home.
With Oreos or whatever cookie you're choosing, but not marshmallows.
You might want to have a parent or a paramedic on hand when you do this.
Have someone supervise you, please. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm just debating my strategy. I think I can do a
whole...
whole...
I am literally sweating. I'm so scared.
Although not, that's a lot. All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, I can't do a whole. I can do 3. Are you chewing them up to fit more in?
I didn't think you were allowed to do that.
I didn't think you could do that. Whoa! Oh. Oh, you're cooking.
Out. Bill won. Bill is the winner. Wow. Bill, you killed it.
I was pretty close though.
You were close. I
was
tried a
gagging.
tough game. I
couldn't
know.
breathe.
I couldn't handle it. I hope you guys did better than I did. Maybe you got all 10 or at least 9 of them like Bill. But hey, we wanted to give you guys some insight on a fun giveaway we're doing. You can see Dennis is wearing the sweaty bro tank. Is that what we're calling it?
Bro tank.
So we're giving this away. We all autographed it. It's worth hundreds of dollars. So first one to comment bro tank after we posted this video gets the shirt. We'll ship it to you with some hand sanitizer. All right. See you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.